Phat Airlines takes the stage where we were, streaming high in the virtual. Phat Airlines takes the stage. Phat Airlines takes the stage where we were, streaming high in the virtual air. World of airports, the game is live. He's landing planes with a vibe so fly. Phat Airlines soar in the skies, streaming the hustle, watch the views rise. Pilots and planes, oh man, it's insane. Twitch and YouTube growing his name. From tarmac dreams to handles tight, every touchdown a perfect flight. He's a runway king, streak out the fog. Game so smooth, they call it airlock. Phat Airlines soaring the skies, streaming the hustle, watch the views rise. Pilots and planes, oh man, it's insane. Twitch and YouTube growing his name. Chatting with the fans, call signs loud. Leader of the fleet, yeah, he makes us proud. Pushing content like a jumbo's thrust in Phat Airlines we trust. Pin the radar, he's live again. Communities tight like aviation. Friends like skyrocket, engine scream. Phat Airlines living in a stream. Takes the stage with fair lore, streaming high in the virtual air. World of airports, the game is live. He's landing planes with a vibe so ho. Changes and growing his name. Chatting with the fans, call signs loud. Leader of the fleet, yeah, he makes us proud. Pushing content like a jumbo's thrust. In Phat Airlines we trust. Ping the radar, he's live again. Communities tight like aviation. Friends like skyrocket, engine scream. Phat Airlines living in a stream.
Yo, what's up everybody? This is Jeremy with Phat Airlines. How is it going? How are you doing? What is up? I've been reorganizing my desk and now everything's kind of weird. My camera's off. I'm surprised I'm not crooked on stream, but okay. How y'all doing? today is going to be an exciting day because we're going to be playing some LHR. Let me go into Prague though real quick to accept the event contract. But LHR, we really have only one level to go to unlock Sydney, so I'm pretty excited about that because Sydney is a pretty cool airport to play, and we've never played Sydney on a brand new account, on 3.0 yet. So I'm pretty excited about that. And yeah, we did a stream earlier this week. It was a night stream. We did a night stream earlier this week, and it was pretty cool. I thank you guys for joining who were there. I appreciate you guys coming in. I know some of you guys, especially like you Europeans, or Africans, or people in those like in the time zone that's like 5 or 6 hours ahead of me. Even some of you guys showed up, which was amazing. So I know this week we actually celebrated 4 years of Phat Airlines. I think it's 4 years. Hold on, let me double check that number. But I think it's been 4 years of Phat Airlines. So that's pretty amazing. We started Phat Airlines in 2021 on July 29th. July 29th was when my first Phat Airlines video came out, which was how to get gold planes, right? And still one of my top videos, except it's out of date now. But that 2021 was my first video, and we're still here 4 years later. Now we're doing live streams. Now we're on Twitch, and even on Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday when we did our stream. We even hit 1,000 followers on Twitch, guys. We hit 1,000 followers on Twitch. So that was pretty exciting. We've gained a few more followers since then. So thank you to all you guys who are following, like Scam Pixel, Embroy, and appreciate that. Mert, thank you for resubscribing for 34 months, man. Appreciate that. We got, lots of things, and I'm pretty excited about what the future is gonna have for Phat Airlines. We had my wife had a baby, a couple of weeks ago, so my streams are going to be a little bit shorter, just for the next couple of months or so, while I figure out how to, the timing for everything, making sure that I'm, spending time with the family, spending time with the wife, spending time with both kids now. I got a boy and a girl, so pretty hyped about that. But enough about me. I want to say hi to you guys because we're going to be playing some LHR today. We got 1,000 XP to go. To be precise, 998 XP to go before we unlock Sydney. If we unlock Sydney, we're going to be playing Sydney today. And I think today's going to be like a 2-hour stream, if you guys were wondering. I know some of you guys like to be here for the entire stream. So, about 2 hours is what we're planning for today. Yo, Cheshire Orange, thanks for being here, bro. Seabirds Club Airline is here. Who else is here? We got TJ Bay, we got Alfie, we got AutoFan, we got Kuba, we got Republic Store, we got Adam Cack, we got Storm Giant. Storm Giant, long time no see. He says, hi guys, for some months I wasn't able to schedule to be here live. Well, thanks for being here, man. I always appreciate, even if you're not able to be here live, watch it again on YouTube and leave a comment, leave your thoughts. I know it's a different experience though, watching it live versus, watching the replay. So I completely get it. What's up, France? We got It's Noodle here. We got Sir Buffles. You guys like the theme song? Nice. I like it. Only you guys who are here in the beginning get to hear it, though. Nobody else ever gets to hear it. Everybody else who's late, they don't know what you're talking about. They don't know what the Phat Airlines theme song is all about. You gotta be here on time. What's up, Dream Lifter? Don't forget stream avatars. Oh, good point. Good point. Yeah, today actually I went to Lowe's, which is like the home improvement store. I went to Lowe's this morning because they had this giveaway at 10 a.m. that they were giving away like a soccer ball for free. All you gotta be is like a free member on their like rewards program. So my wife was like, "Can you go before stream?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll go." And that ended up kind of delaying my setup a little bit. But it's funny because I told my mom about it and she was there too. So that was pretty cool. So we both got soccer balls. Yo, what's up, Flamingo? Nice to see you. Having a little bit of technical difficulties. Give me a second here. All right, there we go. Okay, cool. Everything's back to working. We got Ite here. What's up, Ite? Yo, what's up, Teddy, my ton? Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that, bro. All right, we did turn on the tire managers. All right, now I can focus on gaming. Sorry. Also want to still say hi to all you guys too. But yo, who was that? What's up, Jeds? Thank you for the follow. Do I support a football team? Yeah, I mean, I root for New York City Football Club. They won their match yesterday. So that's the soccer team I support. When you're talking about American football, I root for the New York Giants. But I don't really watch like American football like that. I also don't even watch soccer like that. I only watch my team. If they're not playing, then I'm not usually watching it. Oh, kind of weird to call my teams. Like it's not like I own them. What's up, Junior? What's up, Raptor? All right, so yeah, we got a couple levels here to go, and actually one level to go, but a couple 998 XP to go, and I don't know if we're gonna hit it, man. I don't know. We got a couple planes that are like almost complete, and some planes that are pretty much complete, but I don't know. It don't look like we got enough planes here ready to land that are gonna give me enough XP to like finish the pass. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we have to do some Sydney next week. But how did you guys who were here on Tuesday? How did you guys like that midweek stream? I'm gonna keep doing them. I just keep getting distracted at night where I'm like, oh, I'm playing Destiny instead, or I'm doing some work. But like I think Tuesday night I was like, you know what? Let me stream. And we streamed, so that was pretty cool. I had a fun time. TJ enjoyed the midweek. Nice. Your football team's playing today, but it's an away game. It's 0-0. Okay. What team do you root for, Alfie? Hockey fans, I better be looking for 9 out of 10 years. Not a lot of them, man. Not a lot of them. Like, it makes me wonder, like, how do I only have 185 planes waiting to land? Like, do I need to restart my game? Is that bug back? Right. Remember how like in the beginning of like 2.0 time, we had to force close the game in order to like get all of our arrivals to actually appear? It's like, do I need to do that again? I don't know. Adam enjoyed it. Nice. Thank you for the feedback, guys. Alpha, you have an A225? Bro, I'm only sending my well, it's so tough to handle that A225 at IAD, man. So tough. I feel bad for everybody who has a contract with me there, because sometimes I'm at IAD and I just put all the tower managers on, and like the A225 is sometimes either the first plane to land or the last plane to land. And it's so tough, man. So tough. Dunfermline Athletic. Okay. Never heard of them, but now I have. Bunch of people sleeping on your planes. I mean, they're probably not used to it. They probably saw it like handle it on Saturday, right? Because this is probably because I did play some LHR on Tuesday. So that's probably what happened. They probably handled it on Saturday and they're like, okay, we're good. And then I handled it on Tuesday and they're like, oh, they don't even know. They don't even know. Oh, wait. Okay. I'm just double checking here. Oh, excuse me. I don't got much to talk about today other than like there's no update news that I've heard of. Oh, there was some World of Airports drama this week though, right? So like earlier this week, somehow World of Airports got an update on Android, right? And people who updated their game on Android were locked out of their game. Like the game would just crash on them. It was a bad update, but it wasn't even an like, according to the developers or what I've heard, it wasn't even an update that was pushed by them. Like, so nobody knows like where this ghost update came from, but nobody was able to play. Everybody who updated the game was not able to play. And that was for a couple of hours. Luckily, the developers, they got the fixed version back up and running. But man, that was very interesting. I was too busy that day. I got a lot of pings from you guys, but I wasn't able to like make a announcement about it. And then I also noticed that the World Airports Discord didn't like publish their announcement for like a couple of hours. So that, or either that, or the published announcement didn't push to our server for a while. So that was interesting. How many of you guys did that affect? Like, how many of you guys downloaded that update and then were locked out for a couple of hours? Petty hasn't played WoA in a week. Not a bad attempt for saying it for the first time. Thanks, man. TJ hopes for an update where the tower manager will hold the gates when G needs to land when you have the delivery manager on with stand preference. Yeah, I mean the new scheduling system that looks like it's going to be added, because they have in-game screenshots of the scheduling system, so I feel like that's not too far away. But that new scheduling system, it does look like you have the capability of disabling stand sizes. So that should at least help us out, where we can disable, the other stands, essentially. We can completely disable the other stands, so that way we can get those G planes in. Yo, Junior Augustine unlocked SEL and is level 10. Let's go. Bro, I've been having such a hard time playing like 4 airports the last couple of days. Such a hard time. And then I'm trying to play my other airports too. The ones that I don't play daily, I'm trying to play those a little bit here and there. But man, I feel bad for all my connection partners. Noodle says American football is a good sport to watch while playing WoA at 3 a.m. with all those advertising breaks. Dude, that's the worst part about American football, is all those commercial breaks, man. That's why I enjoy watching it. Yo, Armando, thank you for 12 months. Oh my gosh, 12 months, bro. Thank you so much. That's 1 year, man. But yeah, American football, like it's a good social game to watch, in my opinion, because there's so many breaks in the game, so you can kind of like feel you have a lot of time to talk to each other, and not like, and then you also have time to watch the game, right? So you have like that time, whereas like when you're watching soccer, football, it's like there's nonstop action for 45 plus minutes, at a time. So it's like, I mean, you can still socialize, but you also kind of want to focus on the game. Alfie says WoA was imploding. Flamingo said, imagine if everyone's accounts defaulted back to square one after they restored it back. Oh my gosh. There would be riots. There would be riots. I mean, I would be upset. Like, I would love the opportunities, like have to like be able to like restart again, but I would be upset that I lost all my gold planes, all my purchases, everything. Adam Cack says, I never update it until it forces me because I'm forgetting to update it. Yeah, bro. I know one thing. That's why I always tell people, like, let everybody else update the game first. When a new update comes out, sometimes there's like hidden updates in those updates, like hidden changes, I would say, in those updates. Like one time, right, we had a minor update, but that minor update also gave us the AN12 was updated, right? So it's like now the gold plane price increased for that. So those of you who didn't update your game were able to unlock it for cheaper gold planes and some of the liveries for cheaper gold planes than those of you who updated. So, another thing too is like with this, rogue update that crashed everybody's game. This rogue update, if you waited, you would still be able to play World of Airports, like Adam Cack, who waits because he forgets. Yo, Teddy, you unlocked LHR last week? Nice, congrats, man. LHR is such a solid airport. It's such a great airport for like having a fleet, for handling other players. It's just like, it's so great. So great. What's up, Mercurial Justice? TJ Bay always checks first to see if a remodeled plane got released. Yes, smart move, man. Yo, what's up, Script? Script has a question. Should I focus on getting crews or getting more parking slots for the plane? Why not both? Every time you unlock a brand new stand for a plane, you get extra crew. Oh, but you're probably not just talking about the A stand, right? So you probably, I mean, I like to focus on getting more crew because, well, okay, let me rewind for a little bit. So should you focus on getting more crew or getting more parking slots? I typically focus on getting just enough parking spots that are necessary, right? So in a brand new airport, I usually try to rush to get a D or an E stand, right? So now they're both combined, so I always try to get one of my stands here up to an E level, right? That way I could start handling those larger planes. Those larger planes are going to get you like $2,000. But in order to also handle those larger planes and handle all the smaller planes that you have also in your airport, you need to handle the smaller plane. You need more handling crew. So once I get that one E stand, then I start focusing on getting more handling crew. And how do you get more handling crew? Is by unlocking more stands, right? But you don't have to unlock another E stand to get more handling crew. All you have to do is buy the A stand. So I just buy the A stand. The A stand will get me enough progress, or get me another contract capacity and another handling crew, which then allows me to handle more planes and to get more planes at once. So once I hit the point where I'm starting to get like multiple E planes coming in, then I start to unlock more stands. You know, I start to expand those A gates to like B, C, D, or E, so that way I can handle more planes at once. But I think handling crew is key, because you want to make sure those planes are being handled with full crew if you want to maximize your time. Noodle says, I hope you get SEL today. You got a Concord contract finished at Nagoya? Let's go. I hope. I don't know if I will, man. I don't know if I will. I don't know. I'm hoping I will, man. I really am. But I don't think I have enough contracts that are close to completion. We're probably going to have to roll this into the middle of the week. Do another night stream this week and unlock LHR that way. Let's take a look at the 2D map real quick. So, because we're starting to back up over there, so I'm going to activate the departure manager. I'm going to activate them for 30 minutes. And we'll go back to regular view. Oh yeah, you meant Sydney. Sydney. I also read. I think I read Sydney when I read your message. Noodle said, "I hope you get SCL today." But yeah, I hope I get Sydney. Who was level 34 at SCL? Let's go. Oh, hockey fan, the update's still showing in your updates and you can't make it go away. Oh my gosh. That means World of Airports needs to update or release 3.1.2 or 3.2 as soon as possible, right? Then it'll go away. Hopefully. What do you get from subscribing? So you're on Twitch. Like subscribing, it has different meanings, whether you're on YouTube or if you're on Twitch, right? So subscribing on YouTube is always appreciated. That helps so that way YouTube can show you more of my videos and my live streams when I go live. But when you subscribe on Twitch, that means you're like a paying member. So on Twitch, when you subscribe, you get ad-free viewing on Twitch, so that's really nice. You also get bonus capabilities in our Phat Airlines Discord. So you have to link your Twitch account to your Discord account using Discord, And then once you do that, you'll gain access to our VIP channels in Discord. VIP channels is a VIP chat, and we also have a VIP contract board. I'm running behind on sending contracts to my contract board, but I always, even if your VIP expired, or your subscription's expired, I always send my VIPs contracts, especially if we have a post on the board. So first thing you should do if you're a VIP, or if you are a subscriber on Twitch, is join the Phat Airlines Discord, link your account, and then make a post in the VIP contract board. That way, when I am able to send you a plane, even if your VIP expires, I'll send you a plane. Hockey fan says, since they changed the ABC stands, you've been buying A's everywhere first to get crew. I have been doing that too. And I did that in SCL. I did that in GRU, and it really helped me out a lot. It helps with getting a lot of player contracts coming in, but also, like, if you got a lot of planes in your fleet available for you to claim, from other airports premium pass, that getting a lot of contract capacity at the beginning, this could really help you level up quickly. You get an E plane in your fleet on level 0, like, you're gonna be so ahead of everybody, except for the people who pay for their wallers, but you're gonna be so ahead. You're gonna get like such a good boost from XP, from silver planes, and wallers from handling those planes. What's up, Kamikaze? Yo, what's up? Oh, it's Dan. France, you maxed LHR in June. Never been that happy. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna have to max out LHR eventually. I mean, we do have we have 324 contracts here, so we are going to have to look at maxing this out, because there's so many contracts here that I'm gonna want to play it. Even when we are finished with unlocking the airport. How do you get more XP? So the XP is tied to the plane. So you just need to handle different planes, right? So if you look at the rewards here, like the XP for, and let me actually turn this off. Here we go. So this is an A35K, right? So this is going to get me 135 XP, but a 789 is only going to get me 98 XP. A Concord 122. But you see how Concords these are coming from. This is coming from Washington. Oh, they're both coming from Washington. Hold on. Do we have a Concord not coming from Washington? No. Okay. Well, we can we got this Muscat. Okay, here we go. A388, right? We got an A388 here that's coming from Washington. 189 XP and 887 XP. And then we have an A388 coming from Muscat. 883 silver planes and 189 XP. So the XP is always tied to the plane that you're handling, and the tier that the plane is at, right? So what you want to do is if you do a player contract, you start off at the maximum tier. You start off at the highest tier that you can have, tier 10. If you're not doing a player contract and you're doing a map contract, with map contracts you have to level up essentially your contract. So that way it gets to the point where you're at tier 10 to get the maximum reward. But ultimately, the bigger the plane, the more XP you're going to get, and the more frequently you can handle the plane, right? The more chances, or the more progress you're gonna make on your contract. So if you're doing like map contracts or non-player contracts, some of the round trips could be 2 or 3 hours for a round trip on a map contract. So handle the plane now, come back in 3 hours, handle it again, and you'll get some XP. It's all like the same thing. Well, it's very similar for silver planes, but silver planes is also based on distance. So it's a little bit different actually. Junior Augustine wants some planes to SCL. Username Cute Cannon 105. Nice. Oh yeah, Storm Giant said a good point too. Grind or use cargo planes. That's another great point too, because cargo planes will also give you more XP. Then so like 750. Let's see, we have 77 LF. Do we have a 77L? Probably not. It's such a rare plane to see. All right, here's a 752. So 752, right, will give you 93 XP. I'm pretty sure we got a 752F. We should. 130 XP, right? So the same exact plane, right? But the 752 is only going to give you 93 XP, and the 752F is going to give you 130 XP. Same plane, right? Let's see if we can have other planes we can show you that are the same. A332. A332F, 173 XP. Can't believe I can't find an A332. There it is. Ready? So 173 for the cargo plane, 107 for the passenger plane. So yeah, definitely want to check out cargo planes for getting more of that sweet XP. Is this the stream only account? Yeah, it's always I always put it now in the title of the stream which account I'm playing, so that way you know. And typically though, I'll be playing the stream account on stream unless there's like a new airport that came out or a new update that like only like I need to play on my main account. Usually it's the new airports because I'm not unlocking airports. I'm not buying more airports on this account. I'm trying to unlock them for free because I'm not a huge fan of buying airports. I'd much rather spend my gold planes on things you can't unlock for free. That's just my philosophy on life. If I can get it for free, then I'm probably going to try to work on getting it for free. Especially when there's other things that you can't get for free with the same gold planes. What airport do you think the devs are working on? Probably some African airport is my best guess, right? Because after that, then we got an airport in every single continent, right? We got North America, South America, we got Europe, we got Asia, we got Australia. We're just missing Africa. Yo, Alfie, is CAI Cairo? Cairo would be pretty cool. Like not too far from Muscat, right? Not too far from the other European airports. Like that's what I'm worried about. Like an African airport would be that it would be way too far for like player contracts. Like that's the reason why I didn't like play a lot of Nagoya when 2.0 came out, because like I like playing with other players. So when there's an airport that really just doesn't let you play with other players, it doesn't interest me. JNB, that's what, Johannesburg? I think that's the same problem I'm having with Sydney too. I think Sydney is going to be really cool though on the stream account because it'll be cool in the way that like we have to just cycle through all the planes once a day, like once a stream. It's not going to be like Prague, where Prague we can actually handle one plane maybe 3 times in a single stream. Like at Sydney, we might be able to handle a Concord twice in one stream, but all the other planes that we're handling, we're not going to be able to handle planes more than once in one stream. So it's going to be a long process for us to level up that airport, but I think it's still going to be pretty cool to play. Roulette's still not working. That's sad. Harry King has some planes from SEL to send to users in GRU. If you want, you could say, well, I don't know. I don't know how active you need the player at GRU to be. I gotta sneeze. Ooh, bless me. So, yeah. I don't know how active you need the player at GRU to be, but GRU I play maybe like every 3 days or so. Or at least that's my intention. So if you want to send me 1 or 2, that's fine. ASCOC says, hey Phat, quick question. Being a VIP member, when people send you a plane, do you just accept them? So on my main account, I accept planes from everybody. You do not have to like be a VIP. You don't have to be special. You send me a contract request and I accept it. There's like 2 airports where I don't accept your request though, and it's my main account is the Phat Rican, by the way. It's THEPHATRICAN. If you're sending requests to Phat Airlines, I don't have as much flexibility. Well, Phat Airlines is a different story, but the Phat Rican, I accept it from everybody. There's 2 airports though I don't accept airplanes at, and that's Innsbruck and Bari, and that's because I don't really play those airports. I'll still accept some contracts there, but usually it's with other players that I know have larger fleets and probably won't even notice that their planes are missing. So yeah, you don't have to be a VIP to send me contracts. And then, VIPs on stream, they still have to pay for the contract request on stream. So on the stream only account, you have to redeem the M plane contract, or like an S plane or X plane contract, or whatever it is, in order for you to for me to accept your plane contract request. I do try to accept the renewals, but it's also hard for me to tell what's a renewal and what's not. Like I don't know Smooth Booklet 32, so I don't think that's a renewal. But yeah, VIPs, that you do, like subscribers on Twitch, you do get a boost on points that you earn on Twitch, so that'll help. Thanks for the blessings, guys. Thanks for that exclamation point, Phat TJ. Very helpful. What's the best airport to get the most money? Well, I mean, money is kind of useless in world of airports at a certain point. But any of the airports that you can handle a bunch of F planes and E planes are going to get you lots of money. That's just how it is. If you're looking for like airports that are going to get you the most silver planes, you're probably looking at like LHR, IAD, maybe even SCL could be there. But like BKK, but I'm finding it hard to get a lot of players to send me planes to BKK. I think there's a lot of better airports that people are sending their airplanes to instead of BKK. But yeah, to get the most wallers, just do airports that have more larger stands. And you see this airport, LHR, is just full of those larger stands. Full of them. There's an abundance of E stands everywhere. What's your favorite airplane in real world? I've never been on a wide body jet so far, so it's like I don't know. For me, I would rate the planes based on like the experience that I have as a passenger in them. And I don't know. They all have like their little quirks, you know. Like I've been on an Airbus, I think a 319 Neo, right? And like for some, well, I guess also has to do with the airline that I'm flying on, but like for some reason, like that plane only had one bathroom for the entire plane. I was like, what the heck? That ain't right. We got like what, 80 people, maybe 100 people on this flight, and you got one bathroom. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answer. Do you have any idea how you can fix the issue with linking your Google Play account? So, yes, I'll show you. If you go to the World of Airports forum, you can go over here to World of Airports, or you go to forum.worldofairports.com, and you go down to support and help, and you go to, I think, answers. You have something here where it's about linking, account not linked, right? So this has a bunch of tips. You go to the top. You should start at the top because I've read this multiple times. It tells you what you got to do, right? So you have to reconnect the game to your original account. So it gives you all the steps. You got to tap link the account button next to your link, your nickname, sign in with your Google account, confirm the login, wait a few seconds, and then your game will reload. But sometimes that doesn't work, right? So in that case, what you got to do, because you're on Android, you have to open the Play Games app. You have to go to settings, your data, choose account for games. Then you make sure the correct Google account is set for World of Airports. You can also ask, tell it to always ask which account you want to play. Then you clear the cache for all of these apps. You restart your device, and then you relaunch World of Airports and tap link account, and then you start back up here. Link account, sign in, log in, and your game will reload with your original progress. So they're working on it, on a permanent fix for it. But yeah, you go to the support board in the World of Airports forum. It has all the steps there. Yo, what's up, Mike? Thanks for your help, Mike. Appreciate you. Emergency? What's up, Emergency? You like my voice? Thank you, bro. I like your texts. Alright, everything is looking good. So now, where we at? We at 434 more XP for the next level that we're not going to get today. I don't think we're going to get it. Let's take a look at the Hearted Plains, right? So this one's already gone. This one's taxing to runway. All these are taxing to the runway. This one's at 6 out of 10. 3 out of 5, 6 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 9 out of 10, but it's taxing to runway, and 8 out of 10. Yeah, so all my Hearted Planes are gone. All that's left are just the regular handling. So it looks like we're not gonna get the level today. That's my favorite airport port in the world. So I've only been to I haven't been to a lot of different airports, right? So I'm rating airports based off of my experience, right? So I've been to like Newark, I've been to Atlanta, I've been to Denver, I've been to Washington, IAD, I've been to Fort Lauderdale, I've been to Orlando, I've been to Cancun, I've been to San Francisco, I've been to Montego Bay, Jamaica. I think that's it. Oh, yeah, I said Atlanta, I think. I mean, out of all of those, like, they all have, like, their different, like, nuances. Denver was just, like, the most interesting, because, like, it's, like, such a big airport. It's kind of confusing. San Francisco is pretty interesting, too, because of the parallel runways. You know, we didn't have a parallel landing, which was, you know, sad. That would have been cool to see, like, in the airplane. But that was alright. But San Francisco airport, like, nothing really stood out to me for over there. You know, Newark is Newark. You know, nobody likes New Jersey. Atlanta, I mean, every time I go there, I'm always flying United though, so I'm never seeing like the full like what I think Delta is like the main airline there. Cancun is pretty cool, but I'm always going there for vacation, right? So I also have a different vibe. I don't know. Thanks for the lurk, Flamingo. Mystic asks, is it good to have a 77 LF fleet at LHR? I mean, it is and it isn't. I mean, as long like there's not a lot of cargo stands over here, so you're better off having like passenger fleet, but having some planes in your fleet that are cargo could be very nice. West Palm Beach, I've never been to. No. Denver is huge. And it's a nice airport, like inside the terminals. Like it's from what I hear, it's always under construction. But even still, with all the construction happening, it's still a pretty decent airport. It's a pretty nice airport. It was cool the last time I went to Atlanta. I saw the United States of America plane. I think it was the 752, the 757 that was parked at Atlanta airport. But that was cool to see that plane in real life. I've been to some other smaller airports too. Oh, TJ, you got to see the parallel landing at SFO. Nice. Adam Cax says, guys like the stream. Thank you. What's up, Maddox? Please don't spam next time, bro. Or next time you'll get banned. You know, that's how things work. Denver airport is bigger than some cities. For real? I believe it, but like, dang, that's crazy. What's my favorite airport to play in the game? So in the game, it kind of varies based on my mood, right? I always love playing the newest airport. Like that's just like number one. I always love playing the newest airport because I just love leveling up. I love that my XP, like I love that I'm earning silver planes, and I love that the XP actually means something. You know, once I'm maxed out at an airport, it kind of stinks that XP has no use after that. I wish there was like some kind of like prestige system or like a do-over or a redo or something that made XP more relevant. Like, you know, maybe after every 20,000 XP you get after max level, you get like some silver planes or a gold plane or something, right? I wish there was a use for XP after the fact. So I always enjoy playing the newest airport. After that, I like playing LHR, but I have a certain way that I play LHR, right? I don't like playing LHR the way I'm playing it right now on stream, because otherwise we have 10 planes on the ground, but we have 152 planes waiting to land. And we also have 10 planes waiting to take off, right? If you look over here on the right hand side, you'll see what that looks like, right? 9 planes now on the ground being handled, or waiting to be handled, and we got 10 planes waiting for departure. So those are things that I don't like. But what I do like is I do like it when my LHR is completely packed. So what I do is I run LHR overnight. I plug in my iPad to the power source, and then I let the airport run overnight with all 4 tower managers on for 2 hours. And then when I come back in the morning, most of the times my airport has anywhere from 170 to 190 planes on the ground ready for me to handle. And that is when I really enjoy LHR, because then I have non-stop planes being handled all like for multiple hours, and it's really a lot of fun. And then I still have planes landing because the airport just keeps staying full up until, you know, a certain point. Then I start running into this issue where I have, you know, only 10 planes on the ground and 100 planes waiting to land. So LHR is cool. IAD is also up there on my favorite list. Washington, especially with the 4 runways that airport has. 4 runways really makes it easy to like handle multiple planes at once, and to really get the airport nice and full. BKK is cool with the 3 runways as well, But BKK, I also get backed up when I have too many planes waiting for departure. What else we got? We have I'm really enjoying SCL. I'm finding SCL to be a really cool airport. Like, there's no crossing of runways. You got multiple runways. I think it's 2 runways, and I can handle a lot of planes at once there. So I'm really having a lot of fun there. Script is struggling. Should they focus on getting all of the things like baggage cleaning and stuff, or buying more park? I don't know what buying more park means, but in reality, there's very few reasons that you're going to need to purchase all 90 boarding or all 90 baggage or all 90 cleaning. I mean, even when I have all 100, like here at LHR, when I have 190 planes on the ground, I think I only have like 30 boarding. I don't have 90 boarding. That's mainly because of handling crew, right? If you're handling only smaller planes, then maybe you need 90 boarding, right? But you're limited by handling crew. And on my main account, I don't have 308 handling crew. I have like 400 handling crew. I actually probably have even more than 400. I forget what my amount is, but I have a lot more than 308 handling crew. And I don't need 90 boarding. But that's because, you know, an A388 is going to take 13 handling crew, while a B463 is going to only take 4, right? So it depends on what kind of planes you're handling. But for the most part, I am not running into issues with the equipment. And when I do run into issues with equipment, then I buy it as needed. I wouldn't buy it proactively. Oh, you meant parking spaces. Always do the parking spaces, bro. If you don't have a parking space unlocked at all, then I would highly recommend you unlock one, because that gives you the first unlock, gets you contract capacity, and it gets you handling crew. But beyond that, I mean, the same thing happens there. That, like, if you need a D or an E stand, then you can go ahead and upgrade it. But the problem with that could be is that you won't really know if you need another stand, because the plane won't show up under requiring action button unless there's a stand available. So like if I have, let's say, an E plane waiting to land here, and actually this stand is occupied so I can't buy it, but if I had an E plane waiting to land, I wouldn't know unless I went through all 149 planes and found a plane that didn't have a stand assigned to it, and then it would show me, like, here's a 77 LF, right? It would show me that I could purchase one, but it wouldn't be in yellow as requiring action. So I don't know, I would always unlock more stands. That would be my first priority, because if you could have more planes on the ground, then that just benefits you, because you don't need to handle all the planes at once. But the more planes you have on the ground means the quicker you can go on to handling the next plane when you do have the crew available. Mike said, buy the stands first, because the plane, you can always sit there waiting for the equipment. But you need to be mindful of that when assigning crew to handle. Thank you, Mike. That's well said. After says, I'd love to see you play IAD on your stream account once you unlocked it at Prague. Yeah, I am so excited to unlock IAD, because that's gonna really, like, IAD is gonna be another, like, I think that is an airport where we're going to go into our fleet option here, and that's probably where we're going to use a lot of these planes. Oh jeez, bless me. Look at this. Oh, I got a Concord. Reclaim it. We need to do a livery, right? We need to do a livery. All right, it's poll time, guys. It's poll time. We got a poll up on Twitch. Polls coming up on YouTube shortly. Which Concord livery should we buy? Supreme 1 is the gradient over here. Supreme 2, which is this waves, I think it used to be called. Supreme 3, which is another waves. Or Supreme 4. Polls are up. Polls are up. Look at that. Cookies and advertising choices. Can't show the poll on stream for some because of cookies. So yeah, which Concord livery should we buy? I'm gonna go back to Concord over here. We're gonna go to claim. So should we buy Supreme 1? Let's try it. Where's the accent even go? I guess the accent doesn't have a place in Supreme 1, huh? On the Concord maybe. Let's pick Supreme 2. Same thing here. Where's the accent? Supreme 3. See, just because of the accent reasons, it's probably why I picked 3 or 4. But yeah, now that we're gonna have a Concord livery, we got to work towards unlocking the Concord. That's got to be something we got to do. So yeah, Supreme 1, Supreme 2, Supreme 3, or Supreme 4. Get back to playing. Yo, what's up, NN? Dan said, "Hey Phat, I just got a response from one of the devs saying they will consider adding gear tilt and a Canadian airport in future updates." Nice. Yeah, I think with the release of generic airports, which is like they mentioned generic airports are going to be a way for them to tell like what airports are more popular. I feel like they'll see a lot of Canadians playing, or a lot of people playing the Canadian airports. Raptor, I got your message yesterday, but it was way too late for me to jump onto my iPad and play some World of Airports. But I will be playing some GRU after the stream today, yeah. Does ground crew get reset when you change airports? No. So if you have, like, the ground crew does not work, like, they're not active, so the timers on your ground crew, they get paused when you leave the game, whether that's you change airports or you have another app open on your device. But those timers, they stay paused when World of Airports and your airport is not open. So they don't get reset. They just get paused, and then when you come back into the airport or back into the game, then they resume. But until you're in the game, it's just paused. It doesn't get reset. I think Toronto would be pretty cool, mainly because of its proximity to IAD, right? Like it would allow for, I think it would allow for some small planes, which would be a lot of fun. I would love having more options for small planes to go to, you know, B planes, excuse me. They should add every airport. I think that's the ultimate goal, right? That's how World of Airport developers know their game is finished, when every single airport in the world is there. Yo, what's up, Hidden? You got off work for today? Nice. Yo, guys, I'm pretty hyped too. I got a walking pad for my desk. Not this desk that I'm sitting at, but the desk that's over there. So what I'm gonna do, because I actually needed another HDMI cable, because I'm going to move my desk that's right here, and I'm gonna put it so I'm gonna move my streaming setup. I'm not gonna do that today, but I'm gonna do it over the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna move my streaming setup so that way, instead of sitting at this desk where I'm at right now, I could be streaming from my standing desk. So that way I can sit or stand during stream, and mostly stand and walk. But I got a walking pad too. So now I'm probably gonna get 10,000 steps every day, which is the healthy part. All right, let's take a look at these poll results. Which Concord livery to buy? So Twitch, you guys said Supreme 3, and so Supreme 3 on Twitch won with 70% of the votes. That is incredible. 70% of the votes with Supreme 3. And then on YouTube, 38% of you guys said Supreme 3 on YouTube. So I think we have a clear winner here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to claim the Concord. And we're going to do Supreme 3. And what we're going to do, because I want to involve both you guys who are both on YouTube and on Twitch, we're going to do a giveaway on Discord, all right? Because I don't have a way to kind of incorporate YouTube and Twitch at the same time on stream, and I'm not a big fan of having you guys have to go off stream in order to kind of join giveaways. But I think it's the most fair way we can do this Concord giveaway. We're gonna land this Concord, and I'm gonna do a giveaway. So on the Phat Airlines Discord, okay. Bring up Discord. Where are you, Discord? On the Phat Airlines Discord, we have these giveaway channels, right? We have giveaway S-Plane, so everybody is able to join giveaways, unless they're a VIP only giveaway, which are not too common, but they do happen every once in a while. But like even right now, look, France A380 lover is giving away a contract with a 744 from LHR that ends in 14 hours. So you guys, everybody can join this giveaway too. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a giveaway. So because I'm a VIP, I can start giveaways. Only VIPs can start a giveaway. And you do that by going to giveaway aircraft, and we're giving away from LHR. The plane type in this case is a Concord, so we're going to type in Conc. Duration is going to be, let's say 30 minutes. No, let's do 15 minutes, right? 15 minutes. And we're going to have one winner, all right? I don't care which airport, but we have the option to select which airport we can, it'll be limited to. Maybe we need to make it so it's like multiple airports. Right now you can only select one, but maybe we'll make it so it's multiple. And then VIP only, or that's an optional field. We're going to put that on false. That way everybody here can have a chance to win this Concord. But it's only for 15 minutes, all right? So in 15 minutes, we'll come back to the Discord here, and we'll see who wins, all right? So what you do here, we have this plane contract giveaways channel, which is just a feed of all the giveaways that are happening right now. So you can quickly see what giveaways are ongoing. Like right now, there's 3 giveaways that are ongoing. You have this giveaway L plane, another L plane with a 77W, and now this Concord. And all these other giveaways are ended. So, yep. I like this channel because it gives you a nice feed of what's new. And then you have the different channels in case you're only interested in specific airplanes. But if you want to find it right away, you find a giveaway special plane, and you can join the giveaway right now. There's 11 people in here, and it ends in 14 minutes. So make sure you join, and whoever gets that, whoever wins that will get this Concord from my LHR on my stream account to a suitable airport of your choice. Suitable airport, by the way, that means the airplane just needs to be able to get there, right? So like it doesn't mean that it could go to any airport. I had somebody like tell me like, why did you say to any suitable airport? Because they wanted like an A388 from my LHR to their let's say Sydney. I forget what the exact details were, but like an A388 cannot make it from LHR to Sydney, right? So it's like, I'm not the decision maker on that. Like, I didn't choose an A388 not to be able to make it to to Sydney. You know, so same thing here with the Concord. A Concord can't make it to Sydney. It can't make it to BKK. I don't think it can. It definitely can't make it to Nagoya. You know, it can't make it to San Diego. So there's limitations that are just beyond the, like, just game limitations. I'm not putting extra limits on this giveaway. Thanks, Raptor, for your understanding, bro. Oh, it's Dan says I never win giveaways. Well, that's why you got to join every single one of them, or every single one of them that you're eligible for, I should say, right? I have all the airports, so I can join every single one of them. You know, that's the benefit of having every single airport in the game, is that I'm able to just join every single giveaway. But yeah, it's free to enter, you know, so it's like, might as well just enter. If you win, great. If you don't, then nothing lost either, right? I mean, well, I guess you lost the Concord, but you never had it. So, did you lose it if you never had it? Hidden is the person who made our Phat Airlines giveaway bot. He's also helping us with other bots. So if you guys have Discord needs, like Discord bots for your own servers, and you need anything with that, reach out to him. He'll work with you. He works with me. You know, I had this ambitious idea to like create this giveaway bot. We worked together and we got it up and running, so it's pretty cool. But Hidden said there's no way of easily adding multiple airports to it. Either we have each airport as its own option, or we remake it entirely to send a message where we put in everything. Oof. I don't know if we want to remake it, but we'll have to figure it out. I know we do have like a spreadsheet that has some airports, like which airplanes are compatible. So maybe we like put in a map or something, like, hey, you know, we have this A388 from LHR, and here's a map, or here's a list of all the airports it can go to. Like, here are the suitable airports. I don't know. It's always always a complaint that we get from the VIPs with the giveaways, is that people are joining giveaways who don't have a suitable airport. But I also empathize with the people who are joining the giveaways, because how are you supposed to know if an airplane is able to go to your airport that you want it to go to, right? There's like no way for you to know. That's where also the Phat Airlines website, because I'm making updates to the Phat Airlines website. I'm making text-based guides as well as my video guides that I have. So the text-based guides will be perfect for this, because then we can just link you to the website. Like, here are all the compatible airports. And I know people will still join because, you know, people are lazy and they don't always spend the time to look up what they need to look up. But that should help at least a lot of other frustrations. No way, cats. The Concord can go to the Nagoya? No way. No way. Let's take a look. I believe you. I believe you, though. 'Cause I'm just spitballing here. Yeah, no. See, Concord can't go to Nagoya, bro. I know. Yeah, it can go to Muscat. It can go to. Can't go to Bari. It can't go to San Diego either, right? Where's San Diego? Yeah. Nah, I don't want to do a free text field. That makes things even more confusing. Because then people will put like INB, right, for Innsbruck, even though it's not INB. And people are like, what is INB? Oh, A388. Yeah. Okay, I feel you, cats. Yeah, the A388 can't go to Sydney. But then I switched over to the Concord because I was like, well, I think the A388 can go everywhere else. So I needed a better example. Mike has an idea how we can improve the bot. Nice. Let us know in like the volunteer chat. That's always a good place to go. All right, let's see. Is this giveaway done? Not yet. Not yet. 12:23. So that is like 8 more minutes on that giveaway, guys. You join the Phat Airlines Discord completely free, and everybody is eligible to join. All you got to do is hit that enter giveaway button, and you will be entered to win. Everybody has an equal chance. Everybody, all 19 of you have an equal chance of winning. So get in there. Oh, so if we have the data, which we do, you can check it manually, but I don't really want to sit through and go through every single plane. No, that's something I had the volunteers help us out with. It was like Voitando took a lot of the lead on that, but yeah, we have that with the older airports. We didn't really do it again with the newer airports, but it should be a lot easier to do with the newer airports because there's less airports to go through. Yo, what's up, Rhoda Bridge? Adam Cack says my 0.1% luck will win it. Good luck, man. Oh, it's Dance's Fat. For giveaways, you should add the max distance of the airplane so people know if it can reach their airport. See, but that won't help people. I mean, I get where you're coming with that. Maybe it will help people, but I think my thought is it won't help people because like, how will you know by going into this radar what the distance is? Does it tell you? Oh, it does. Okay, cool. Never mind then. So it will tell you what the max distance is. But then you got planes like the 77L, right? Where you have let me show you. The 77L is such a weird plane in the game because if we go to, what am I doing? I could just search for it. 77L, right? Look at that distance, that range, 9,886, right? So with 9,886 range, right? We should we be able to go to Sydney? Yeah, we should be able to go to Sydney, right? But that range, like you're never gonna actually hit that range with the profitability. Like you can add first class here, you're not going to make the profitability on the round trip. So like that's like a one plane where the range would just make you think that the plane can go there, but the plane can't. But I like where your head is at though, because that's an easy statistic that we can add, and it's like there's only like 1 or 2 planes that are impacted by that. But then you also have like the Concord, where the Concord can never land at Bari, and I don't think it could land at MSY either. So, but you can have a Concord as your own plane at those airports, but you just can't send a Concord there. So you have that issue too. A comment about the data is your idea? Nice. Let's see how. Okay, it's not. We got like 4 more minutes on on the giveaway. Join the Phat Airlines Discord. Join the giveaway. Giveaway special plane. We have a giveaway going on for Concord that I'm going to be sending out from this account, my stream only account, from my LHR to a suitable airport of your choice. I only ask that you please handle it maybe like once or twice a week, at least once a week. I want to see it every Saturday. The B748 can go SCL to IAD, but not IAD to SCL. Isn't that sad when a plane can go one way, but it can't go the other? And that's probably because of demand, right? Not because of any other issues. IAD, would you rather buy the A359 or A35K? I got so many comments for going with the A359. I don't know. I kind of use them both interchangeably. Let's see. Let's A3. Right, so I have the A35K here because I unlocked it before it got this graphical remake. But like, let's look at the stats here, right? We got 7,600 range and 480 seats. Over here we have a little bit shorter range and fewer seats as well. You got 8,524 as the maximum range, and then on the A35K, get about the same. Okay, interesting. Oh, wow. Wow, it's pretty interesting. I don't know. I typically go with the A35K. But I'm not about like min-maxing. I'm not about maximizing like my profit or anything like that, because I know just playing the game, like the planes are profitable, and I have so many planes in my fleet, and I have so many wallers that like once you're beyond like the beginning levels, there's no real point to like maximizing your earnings, in my opinion. The A359 can do IAD to BKK, but the A35K can't. Gotcha, nice. I mean, that's reason enough. That's reason alone to get the A359. Any tips for St. Martin? St. Martin's a tough airport, bro. At St. Martin, you gotta really. I mean, you probably need to play that airport daily. If you could play it multiple times per day, that would help you with leveling up faster. But a lot of your handlings are coming from smaller planes, right? You have to land like the larger planes first, but the larger planes, they take so much time on the runway that you don't want to have just like all larger planes coming in at St. Martin. So with the larger planes, you probably want the larger planes to be coming from a super far distance, because that way you get well, actually it doesn't matter how far they come, because XP isn't determined by the range of the plane or how far the plane's coming from. That's your silver planes. So XP is all about getting a bigger plane equals more XP. But yeah, you need to have a good mix of like large planes, of medium planes, and of you want to have like maybe a third of small planes. The small planes are going to be great because it helps just keep the operations going. You know, you want to get the premium pass at St. Martin. That's it's not an expensive premium pass, but getting the extra handling crew and the extra contract capacity is very huge, especially in the early levels, but it's still even helpful in the later levels. I can't imagine not having all the extra handling crew that the premium pass gives me. I tried to go through St. Martin without the premium pass, and even on my free account, I bought the premium pass at St. Martin because I would just constantly not have enough handling crew to handle the L planes. And like, you need to make sure you're handling all of the L planes at once, because if you have another round of L planes waiting to land, you need to just keep rotating them, and you can't do that if you don't have handling crew. So that might be another thing. Can you send me B747 contract at Muscat, your best bet, and I don't really send contracts on stream. I do, and like, yeah, your best bet is to join the Phat Airlines Discord and make a post on the contract board. But like right now, I'm not really sending a ton of contracts, mainly because I've been so busy. You know, we had a baby 3 weeks ago. So we have 2 kids now, and you know, just things have been very different and interesting. So something I gotta balance. All right, so by now we should have a winner, and the winner is Fabius Gaming. All right, so Fabius Gaming, please let me know what your username is. Type it here in this thread, and we'll send you that contract. Congratulations. What's up, Snow Yak? Is the A319N worth it? I want to buy it next, not really comparing it. Just want to know if it's considered a good plane. I think it's a great plane, but I think the A21NX gets you to, has a little bit more range, so it gets you to more like playable airports compared to the regular, just the N. We have a post, no post yet. Waiting for your username. Can't send you a contract without a username. Yo, what's up, bro? Channels? Adam said, no, my luck failed me. Sad. Oh, does the A19N have more range? Let's double check. Yeah, I'm going off the top of my head. Let's not go off the top of my head. We can always, we're playing WOA. I can just open it up, right? So we got the A21N. Right, we got 2724 range all the way up to 3245 and 244 seats. A21NX has 2980 all the way up to 3789. So yeah, the NX has more range, but they have the same amount of seats.